Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Tsongkhong. Homage to His Holiness 16 Karmapa. And homage to Master Tupten Tarji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of the group practice today, the Mahajundi Buddha Mother. Sumo, Danchen Katsu, Tutan Siti, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma tutors, and spiritual center directors, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good evening, everyone. How do you do?
I stand Shanange Hola amigo Te quiero mucho Sugoi Ichiwa Kimochi Jumi Yapi Piri Konbanwa。那我们今天是修这个准提佛母。
Today we practice Jundi Buddha Mother.
准提佛母，它可以当本尊，也可以当护法。
We can have Jundi Buddha Mother as our yidam, or the main meditational deity, as well as our protector.
它是属于一个很大法力的本尊。
This is considered a yidam with great Dharma power.
像以前我讲过那个，有几个上师的本尊呢。
In the past, I have talked about the yidams of several of my gurus.
普方上师啊。
Like Master Pufang,
我皈依过普方上师。
I have taken refuge in him.
就是准提佛母。
His yidam is Jundi Buddha Mother.
那图登大比的。
And the yidam of Master Tupten Dorji was Gurukula Buddha Mother.
他们有自己的想法，跟他们的做法。
They have their own mentality and
普方上师的准提佛母
actions.
相应法的法本。
Therefore, I have the practice procedure of both Jundi Buddha Mother from Master Pufang, and also many others from Master Pufang.
那么准提佛母呢
Jundi Buddha Mother.
在这个什么叫做金刚界？什么叫做胎场界？
What is the womb mandala and the Vajra mandala? The Vajradhatu mandala in Tantrayana talks about the ground of fruition, and the Dharmadhatu mandala talks about the causal ground, and the Vajradhatu is the resultant ground. When they have attainment, they would become a deity in the Vajradhatu mandala. And from the start of the spiritual cultivation, they belong in the Dharmadhatu mandala. So the difference between the Vajradhatu and Dharmadhatu, and they are called the Vajra and Dharma dhatus. So in Tantrayana, the so-called development stages is equivalent to the Dharma dhatu, and the perfection stage is the Vajra dhatu. So there are development stages as well as the perfection stage.
你们大家知不知道准提佛母
Do you know
在胎场界
that in Jundi Buddha Mother, where does Jundi Buddha Mother belong to in the Dharmadhatu mandala? Or Dharmadhatu realm? Or the womb mandala? Anyone knows?
它有好多院八大菩萨有八大菩萨的
There are many courts in the
观音院
mandala.
虚空场院
Avalokitesvara court, Akasagarbha court, Viskambin court,
好多的这个院
many courts in the mandala.
有谁是修这个
Anyone is practicing Jundi as their yidams? Should be many. Please raise your hand if you have Jundi as your yidam. Why don't you search and research it? Which court does Jundi Buddha Mother belong to? Let me see. It's from the internet. In Dharmadhatu mandala, she is referred as the mother of 7 Kodis Buddhas. The Pianzi court of the Lotus division, which belongs to Amitabha Buddha, which is the chief of that division. Amitabha is the chief. So, in the Dharmadhatu mandala, she is referred as the mother of the 7 Kodis. She is the mother of the Lotus division. So you can search, and you need to remember, like you don't even know, even when you have Jundi as your yidam. She resides in the Pianzi court. What does Pianzi mean? Pian is like all encompassing. It's like the one of the epithet of the Buddha is like all omni knowledge. So she's the mother of the lotus division. So you need to understand her origin. So what do 7 Kodis mean? Buddha, mother of 7 Kodis, Buddhas. So, just as analogy, about 7 billions or 700 millions, basically a lot, of Buddhas came from Jundi, Buddha mother. So she's the mother of 7 Kodis Buddhas. So today we practice Jundi, Buddha mother, so you need to know all about her, her origin. So in the Vajradhatu Mandala or Diamond Mandala, as well as Dharmadhatu Mandala or the Womb Mandala, where or what position does she hold? That's considered knowledge. So she residing at the Pianzi court, which is the omni-knowing, all-knowing court. It's like the epithet of the Buddha called Samyak Sambuddha. Let me tell some jokes. It was too serious earlier. The wife complained to her husband. As a housewife, the work is endless. And the husband replied, well, what can we do? Because you don't agree that I have 2 wives. I'm telling you that this year, the election in Taiwan is the election of the highest rate. Why? Because all the candidates are discussing the incumbents' research papers. You would know if you watch the news. How much she plagiarized in her dissertation papers. Someone hurt her leg, and her best friend went to the hospital to visit her. And she warned her friend that be careful when you find a husband not like mine. And she was like, wow, so he hit you? And she replied, but today he ducked my kicking. That's why I hit the table or the metal board. Nobody laugh. I think we've told this joke, but we can still talk about it.
老伯看
A
到
couple was
这个池里面
was
两只
strolling
吞了一桶
in the
油的，
park, and the wife
好羡
saw a
慕的
couple
跟
of
老公讲
swans swimming
你看
in the
天
pond,
了夫妻很
and
恩
she's
爱，
so envious. Look at that
老公
couple;
不
they're
讲
so
话，
loving. And the
过了一会
husband
儿，
didn't say anything.
这夫妻又放到池边来，
And then
老
after a
伯很
while,
高
the
兴的讲，
couple
老公你看
strolled by the pond
天鹅
again.
俩依然还
And the
对他的
wife was
情意，
really happy. Look at the
老公
swans;
说
they're
你
still
看清楚
so
好吗？
romantic.
这
But the husband
那
said,
只
Hey,
母
pay
的
attention.
已经不是刚刚
The
那个
female
母的了，
swan has changed. It's a different one.
老王讲，你给我介绍的姑娘，
Wang said, the
只有
girl
一只
that
眼睛，
you
有一只眼睛是瞎的。
introduced to me
这个媒人讲，对
is
呀，
blind,
老
one
王
eye,
说，
her
那你
one
骗我，你当初为什么
sin
没有
is
告诉
blind in
我？
one of her eyes.
这个媒人讲，我怎么没有
And the
告诉你呢？
matchmaker, and blamed the
当时
matchmaker,
我
but the
说，那个
matchmaker said,
姑
I
娘
did tell you.
一眼就看中你，
It's an idiom in Chinese that see like you immediately upon one gaze, basically like with one eye. So she has only one eye, one working eye.
这是进入主题，你问我答。
Now we'll get to the question
莲
and
花
answer.
佩林问的，
Question by Lianhua Peilin.
最尊贵的根本上师
And,
佛啊，
our most precious root guru,
想请示师尊，
Namo Buddhaya. I
作
would like
为
to
密
ask a
教的弟
question.
子，
As a
如
tantric
何能得
disciple,
到师尊
what would be the best way to receive the
不是一
first-rate
般参加法会的
confirmation
那一
and
种模式？
approval
弟子认为，
blessing on the head? It's not the
前
blessing on the
提
heads
既
that we
要
normally
必须
receive.
要努力实修，
I
才能得
think
到师
I
尊的
have
认
to
可。
be very hardworking
这样子
in
对
my
吗？
practice in order to
还是有
receive
其
your
他的条件？
confirmation. Is that right or
感谢师尊
anything
为弟
else?
子解开疑惑。
Thank
感恩
you for resolving
这个
my
莲花
question.
佩林，
Thank you.
它是来自于一个国家，
She came from a country,
但是他写着建议师尊不要
and
念
she wrote, please don't say it.
他说建议不要念出那个国家的名字，莲花佩林。
Please don't state the name of my country.
可能是那个Russia，
Maybe Russia,
因为现在人家很讨厌Russia，
because nowadays people hate Russia.
很多这个其实每个人观点不同了。
Actually, everyone has a different
乌克兰
thinking. Maybe it's Ukraine
或者是伊朗伊朗
or Iran.
这他问的问题连我也想不出来。
This question I've never thought about.
摸顶
The first rate blessing for confirmation. So how would
你
I
如果讲灌顶，
how would I
我还知道
touch?
对不对？最高的灌顶就是大圆满的灌顶。
If you ask
大圆
about
满灌顶
empowerment, then I would know. The highest kind is the great
你就很
perfection
清楚。
empowerment.
刚开始的时候是平
Like
观，
if you talk about empowerments, then
第二层的灌
the
顶
first
内观
level is the vase empowerment. The second level is the Inner practice empowerment, the empowerment of red and white flower. The third level is the highest yoga tantra empowerment, which is called the wisdom empowerment. And the fourth level is the great perfection empowerment. So 4 levels: vase empowerment, red and white flower empowerment for inner tantra practices, highest yoga tantra empowerment, and the highest, the great perfection empowerment. And many other smaller empowerments. Is there a blessing on the heads with the first rate? I don't know. How should I touch you so that it's first rate?
不是一般参加法会的那一种摸顶，他讲的特别注明。
It's not the kind of blessings on the head that you usually do during ceremonies. I think this is something that we can receive through diligent practice, of course, because through diligent practice, that's diligence, that's the basics. We know that for bodhisattvas, their career or their jobs are to give, to abide by the precepts, to be diligent, to endure, to have wisdom, and to have meditative stability. So, generosity, precepts, endurance, diligence, wisdom, and meditative stability. And of those, diligence, as told by past gurus, the 6 attainments, the 6 kinds of attainments of a bodhisattva would embody diligence in all of them. So diligence in giving, diligence in abiding by the precepts, diligence in endurance, diligence in meditation, and diligence in wisdom. So diligence can be applied to all of them. In the perfection of all of them, you need to be diligent. So yes, you need to be diligent in your practice. That's the diligence paramita. And it is true that you would receive approval from Grandmaster by being diligent. Yes. If you're lazy or procrastinating, or like we often say, if a person is not diligent, then they're considered to be regressing. So Grandmaster's perseverance, like I always write an article a day, paint a painting a day, do my Dharma practice every day. That's why I said, if you don't practice for a day, you're a ghost for that day. You need to be able to do those. You want to make your life meaningful. You want to do meaningful things every day. You cannot just get by. Muddle-headed. Then you're just passing by and days just falter that way. So every day you want to do meaningful things, every day you cultivate spiritually, then it will continue to improve, to progress. That's why we say we want to increase and enhance our wisdom, to increase our good deeds. We want to increase everything so that eventually one day you reach the top. Then you would receive Grandmaster's recognition or confirmation that Grandmaster would approve that you have given a lot to the school. Like Simu, although she's sick, but her dedication to the school is great. Although she's sick, she's still doing things. So she did not stop, although she's sick. I mean, she could have retired. Had it been me, I would have retired long ago. Because you cannot control your body. I would just do my own practice and then let the school affairs be taken care of by other people. But she's not. She's still giving. So I'm very grateful to her. Her offering. So if you have such a offering, then I would recognize you. So there's no other conditions, just be diligent. And eventually you would receive Grandmaster's approval.
I
don't know if it's true or not. This joke must be fake. The central media in China did what's that called? Like a survey. How would you pronounce China in the English China? And that's how they do it. The poor man would say, this is homophobe in Chinese. Money, but it sounds like China. China. The doctors would say, cat. Yeah, this is just play of words in Chinese.
这个新的光棍念亲啊，妻子的亲啊，有钱的人念亲啊，妻妾了，在恋爱的人念亲啊，亲热的亲啊，乞丐念气呢，小偷念切呢，强盗读枪呢，政府读拆呢，就是拆掉的拆呢。建筑商念圈哪，圈哪一块地圈，平民念迁哪，就是迁到哪里去。你说谁的发音最标准？
So which pronunciation is the most accurate?
枪啊，我是念枪。
That's how I pronounce it. How would you pronounce it?
CHINA. China.
CHINA. How do you pronounce it?
China. 所以哦，我不学英文的原因在这里。
That's why I don't speak English.
这么多人念华，
I don't learn
你怎么
English.
念？
So many
讲来讲去都不标准的。
pronunciations, so none of them is accurate.
我真的是很菜的英文。
So my English is truly bad.
很菜的英文。
Like China, truly.
那我们今天讲这个
Now
法相菩萨。
we will talk about Dharma phenomena Bodhisattva.
摩诘经
Talk about the Vimalakirti Sutra. Now
法相两个字
it's on the Dharma phenomena Bodhisattva.
叫菩提萨瓦。
Bodhisattva, we all know
菩提萨埵。
in Chinese Bodhisattva.
然后法相
And how about Dharma
标明
phenomena?
的法相两个字，很多解释。我看了那个
Many explanations.
他的写，
I check.
法呢？什么叫做法？法就是
What is Dharma?
千差万尺，就是法。你看我
Myriad
们那个佛教里面
of
常常讲
things
84000
that's called
法。
Dharma. In
84000
Buddhism,
法
we often refer to the 84,000 Dharma, which means there are numerous, countless of them.
什么叫做相呢？
And what is phenomena?
相就是性，
Phenomena is
就是法性，
nature.
法性。
Dharma,
性，
nature.
性也就是
So
相。
phenomena is the same as nature. Nature
那么
is
法相菩
phenomena.
萨，我简单讲那个法相
So
两个字。法相
about Dharma phenomena
这个
Bodhisattva, let me simply
所谓
say
大乘八宗，大乘有8个宗派。
the 8 schools of Mahayana. Do you know? I have talked about this before. And also
法相宗
Dharma
是
Laksana.
其中一个宗派。
There's one of the school,
法
Dharma
相宗
Laksana
是随
school.
取回来的，
And who obtained that?
就是玄奘
Xuan
啊。
Zhuang, yeah, the monk Xuan Zhuang.
玄
This
奘
is the
去到
Eastern
天竺
Yogacara.
那
Xuan
兰州大
Zhuang
学
went
去
to
那里
India,
求
the
学，
Nalanda University, and
他带回来的经带
sought
回来
knowledge,
很多的
studied
经，
there, and brought back
回到
many
唐朝，
sutras
然
back
后
to the Tang
就在大
dynasty.
雁寺啊，大雁
So
寺
at
现在叫做
the
慈恩塔吧，
the great
那里有个塔叫
goose
慈恩
geese
塔，那
temple
是大雁塔。大雁塔、慈恩寺，
pagoda,
对不对？
Dayan pagoda
大雁
and
塔、慈
Ci
恩
En
寺，在
temple
那里翻译经典呢。
translated all the sutras.
玄奘带回来的，
Xuan Zhuang
玄奘
brought
创
them
立的这个
back.
宗派，
and he established the school called the
法相宗。
Dharma
法相宗是
Laksana
讲什么？
school.
两
And
个字，
what it talks about is
唯识，谁
Yogacara.
讲的？
Who said that?
丹增嘎错讲。
Tanzan
唯识
Katso.
法相宗是专门讲唯识。
Dharma school specializes in Yogacara. So eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and consciousness, and then alaya consciousness, and the ninth consciousness is the immaculate consciousness, ampana consciousness, alaya. So it talks about the deepest, the broadest, and the deepest part of Dharma. Now we have both Madhyamaka and Yogacara, two different schools. In Tantric Buddhism, we tend toward Madhyamaka, and the great master Xuanzang at the Nalanda University, after learning Yogacara, he sat on the high seat. There was a custom in India about debate, so many people came to debate with Xuanzang, and we heard that he won over all the debates and succeeded, and then went back to the Tang dynasty in China. At that time, during the debates, so I researched who debated with him. It turned out that nobody debated with him. That's why he won. And he returned to Tang dynasty, but he did translate many sutras. And in Yogacara, the most important ones are Surangama Sutra is the most important sutra in Yogacara. I think it's Surangama. Oh, Jesamijing. That belong to Yogacara. Yogacara, Karika or treatise. Many sutras belong to Yogacara. That's why this Dharma phenomena or Dharma Laksana Bodhisattva, we can say, that he truly comprehend and well versed in all Dharma phenomena. So, and he utilized the Dharma phenomena to teach sentient beings. I don't know, I don't care about other people's explanation, but this is how I would explain. Like in the Tiantai school, it's the school of emptiness, falsehood, and the middle way. The wisdom of true emptiness, it's empty. And then all the Dharma that appear, that's the falsehood. And then combining the both, that would be the middle way. That's the threefold contemplation in one mind. And Yogacara researches, like whatever you see, it's not real. They're both real and fake, and the same. What you hear can be good or both, and what you smell can be fragrant and smelly. What you taste, they're all different kinds. Let me ask you a question.
辣椒很辣，对不对？我今天早上刚好看到这个电视，辣椒很辣。
The hot pepper is very spicy, right? I saw this on TV this morning. But let me ask you, what sensation do you have to know that it is spicy? Which of the senses? Please raise your hand if you know. The original nature. About hot pepper, and you can relate to to original nature. You can ask the hot girls of Sichuan who love spicy food. Tongue, right, tasted by the lung. So the sense of taste. But let me tell you, based on the scientific research, the hot pepper is the sense of pain. Right. When you cut your finger, you feel the pain. When you hit or kick, you feel pain. Back pain. And shoulder pain, headache, foot ache. When you're old, pains all over. So which part of your brain controls or knows that there's a spiciness? That's the nerves for pain. That's the latest discovery on the television. I don't know if it's true or not, though. So the sense of pain. So the neural systems for pain that would be able to detect that it is spicy. Right? That's surprising to you, right? So the sense of pain. So our brain is really complex. It's not a simple matter, all the cells. It's the most complex. So the Dharma phenomena Bodhisattva knows very many Dharma and uses Dharma to teach sentient beings. And the Dharma Phenomena School or Dharma Laksana School, which is the same as Eastern Yogacara School, especially researches this thing. The next one is the Light Phenomena Bodhisattva. And this is clear. We know about light. The key point is on the light. What is light? In the Tibetan Tantayana, we talk about offering of lamb or the ceremony of the offering of lambs or lights. So, and then the lamas would do chanting after you make the offering of lambs. And the lambs symbolize clear light radiance and wisdom. Clear light radiance and wisdom. So the key essence is in the sensation or to reflect. So you reflect upon your own behavior and conduct. So this kind of bodhisattva is called the light phenomena bodhisattva. So you often reflect upon themselves. Some people, it's never retrospective or introspective. They don't use the light to reflect upon themselves. They don't detect their own mistakes. Because anywhere there is light, darkness disappears. But there's a meaning of reflection. So with the light, you have reflection. So when you reflect upon yourselves, it's your being introspective. Which parts are mistaken, and then you use this method to teach sentient beings to be reflective and introspective. And he is, or you'd be called, light phenomena bodhisattva. Many people are like this. Confucius has said that don't ever do upon others what you don't want to be done upon yourself. So, are you willing to have your wallet stolen? Of course not. So, why do you steal other people's things then? That means you don't reflect. If you don't like to be stolen, why do you steal? Why are you a thief? Do you want to be robbed? Like if I go out and someone robs my bag, do you want to be robbed? No, of course not. Then why do you rob other people? So based on this, that's called the light phenomena bodhisattva. So Confucius has said, things that you don't want to be done upon you, don't do upon others. So do you want to be killed? Of course not, right? So why do you kill? The same concept. Confucius has said that do not do upon others what you don't want to be done upon yourself. So you always reflect upon yourself, be introspective of your actions, and you teach this method to sentient beings to always reflect and give. And then you give the purity as an offering to all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and all the Pure Lands in the 10 Dharma realms. You dedicate the merit of your bright and full actions and behaviors that are full of wisdom, and your generosity, endurance, etc. to the deities. And such a bodhisattva is called the rigorous light bodhisattva. So this bodhisattva will adorn all the Pure Lands. So we have Dharma phenomena bodhisattva to give all kinds of Dharma and to obtain the deepest Dharma and gift.
这个是光相菩萨。
That's the Dharma
结照自己
phenomena bodhisattva. The next one is light
然后
phenomena bodhisattva
以这个
who
结
reflects
照
upon
来
ourselves.
教导众生的，就是光相菩萨。
And to use this
以这
reflection
个
to
光
teach
明跟
sentient
智慧
beings.
去庄严了十方的刹土。
So, using
这个
the
就是
brightness
光
and
严
wisdom
菩萨。
to adorn all the pure lands, and he would be called rigorous light bodhisattva.
那今天就讲这三个菩萨。
So today I will cover these 3 bodhisattvas.
这是关于读书的，这个在台湾读书的。
This is about schooling in Taiwan.
有一群第一志愿协力的社会新鲜人在聊天。
A group of young volunteers
你
that
知道建中
are
嘛？
students.
台北建中的学生。
So from the Jianzhong High School from
马英九
Taipei
是我们的
said,
学长，
Ma
虽然晚
Ying-ju
年有点争
was
议，
our
但曾经
alumni,
是最高票的总统的
although
当选人。
he was controversial at the end, but
当过
he was
总统。
elected with the most
台南一中
votes.
的学生讲，台南一
And
中，
the Tainan
我
High
们的
School
学长
said
是
our alumni
陈
was
水扁，
Chen Shui-bian,
虽然也有点争议，不过
although
是
he
史
also
上
had a little
第
bit
一
of
个政党
controversy.
轮替的总统。
He was the first
他
one
们
who
都出了总统。
transferred
这个建国中学，台南一中，
like the
大家
party,
转
I
头
guess, or
问
the authority.
雄中的学生呢？
And how about the students
Shandong
from
Shandong
Kaohsiung's high school?
高雄中学，高雄中学。我以前是高雄出生的。
I was born in
我
Kaohsiung.
是在高雄，年轻的时候，小学、初中、高中都是在高雄。
So from elementary school and to high school, I was in
雄中的学
Kaohsiung.
生吞吞吐吐，涨红着脸。
And they
我的
were
学长是
very red
邱毅
and
就是那
embarrassed
个
and said that our alumni was Chu Yi,
你们立法
Do you
委
know?
员吧？
a legislator.
就说北一女的同学来了，豪气的讲，
And then
天大地
the
大，
high school,
海师大，星星那提一朵花，正清交成我不怕，中华夜校踩脚下。北一女就是台北女中是
this
最
is
高的 最好的
the
学校。
girls' high school, the best girls' high school in
星星那提一朵
in
花，
Taipei.
正清交成我不怕，中华夜校踩脚下，都是学校的名字。也就
This
是
is
讲
like
北一女的
talking about different schools,
这时候
play of
中
words.
国海专协力的歌台民走过来，
And at
你
this
们还在聊什
time,
么？还不赶快
Good
去工作？
timing walked by and said,
考记忆
"You're just
差的
chatting
人
here. Why don't
自
you
己
go
注意啊！
get on to work?"
所以我告诉你，不一定要名校才会出高徒。
Oh, that's why. So
师尊的成绩，
the
大家
most
知道
successful people don't necessarily come from the best
小学
schools. So you all
最
know
后一名
about my grades, right? I was
初中
last in
有几
elementary
两次
schools. In junior high, I stayed in the same
高
class
中
twice.
是雄工，高中高
And
工，
for my
高
high
中高
school,
工
I
助攻
was
科
in the
环刷
vocational school.
我是助工科，叫环刷。
technical study. And in college, I learned a survey, and my grades were not that good, even in college. The one first in class, as I said at the Taiwan Lechang Temple, Mr. Zhu Jinsui was first in class, and he's now a true Buddha school disciple too. He's a disciple of Grandmaster Lu. And the first in the whole school was called Chen Duanzi. And he killed himself in the water tower on top of his own apartment building. He was first in the whole school, and his wife is a true Buddha school disciple, but he killed himself. So Mr. Zhu Jinsui is a good person. He always came to listen to my Dharma teaching and ceremony at the Taiwan temple. He was first in class, and I am last in class. And in junior high, I stayed in the same class twice. So what good is schooling? So it doesn't matter. In each field, there is a master. There. So what I can be proud of is just to be staying in the same class twice. Is there anyone here who ever stay in the same grade twice? Yeah, how many times though? Just once. How about you? Once. You? Huh? Once. Twice? You? Oh no. There are people who are like me. I thought I was the only one or the first one. That's my glory to stay in the same class twice. They stayed in the same class, but luckily I graduated from college, and I had the technical degree. And for English, I always cheated in exams. That's why my English is so bad. Had I known that I would immigrate to America, then I would definitely be best in my English class. The Independence Day, National Day, October 1st is Chinese National Day, but October 10 is Taiwan's day. We went shopping, and then my wallet was stolen, and then I said, "It's an independence, it's a national day. Aren't you on a break?" And then there was this voice that said, "Oh no, we're working overtime."
那下次他赢了，他赢了。今天晚上我睡不着。
I won't be able to sleep now.
我唱一个那个睡不着就要唱那个催眠曲，你知道吗？
If you can't sleep, you have to sing a lullaby. Let me sing one for you, okay?
快快睡，我宝贝，窗外天已黑，小鸟会巢去，太阳也要休息。天一亮出太阳，又是鸟语花香。天一亮出太阳，又是鸟语花香。快快睡，我宝贝，窗外天已黑，窗外天已黑，小鸟会巢去，太阳也要休息。天一亮出太阳，又是鸟语花香。天一亮出太阳，又是鸟语花香。我妈的北面后。